if it's a thing of submission or cooperate, you got to cooperate with us. We're not cooperating with you. That's our message to boss man. Go to hell. We're not cooperating with them. We're not doing it because they're bad, right? And I'm not bragging, but we have ethics. You didn't see it. We have ethics, things that we stick to. And everybody has to know that, because during this period, this in process right now, we're going to be the ones that's trusted. That's why we do what we have to do. That's why we do what we do. So that everybody that don't trust nobody will trust us. That's what we're shooting for. But whatever they are, they're going to trust us. And if they don't, that's their business. That's what we're moving for. They haven't been able to do nothing to break the trust factor. Negroes chase girls, not me. They ain't got a Negro in the world that was 15 years celibate. I don't think so. Especially on the African continent. Them boys got hot stuff. That's all they think life was about. And all the girls, I've asked some of the girls who are close by here. They'll say, yes, our job in the All-African Revolutionary People's Party was to entice the brothers. That was their job. That was their job. That was their job. And they tell you, just when they think that it don't fit a certain way, but we didn't get here last week. We know what to tell them, so they say it to somebody else, so it come back to us. So we know how much juice they have with Iranians that's running things now. Why? Because we done tested them. We test them all the time. It was too bad. Okay, for us, this is easy. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Nothing. This is not hard. Okay. The UN harnessed that for reconstruction of the world we're living in now. Harness that energy for as much as we can. Selling good to the UN. That's what it's supposed to be built for, right? Have to harness it for the good. If they harness it in contradistinction to evil like it is now, the Zionists control it, the Americans control it, right? And they can make war anywhere they want. But you know, everything comes to an end, and the people of the world are not happy. Everything is moving toward the surface. Your kids don't go to war. Who wants to fight? Right? And get killed and blown up, right? And so the things that worked for their colonial attitude in the past is not working now. And in the future, it's going to be bigger. Now, that's part of the part we're going to play in this is developing institutions to help conscientize the American people. We have to befriend the American people. We have to befriend them. Because definitely Bezos and all them people are not befriending them, right? So now it's easy to show that, hey, we're your friend, not them. They said we'd do bad, what bad we do? Show us one or two things. And then all the stuff is coming out on the news. 28 pages missing from Saudi Arabia, you know, stuff like that. And warmongers nobody would be dumb enough to do what they talking about on the news today, yesterday. Russia has brought 100,000 people up to whatever that border is, right? And the president's, huh? Of course in their own country, but the president of, what's the name of the country next door? Ukraine says, nothing's happening over here. What's all this about? Right? That's what, have you heard that on the, and the U.S. is saying, no, they're doing this. It's like the Muslims say, no, everything is fine in Uyghur land in China. No Muslims are saying that the Chinese are treating them bad. And the law is in Uyghur land, you can have all the children you want because you're a minority. Since you're not Han Chinese, you can have 6 barrels of children, and it's okay because you're a minority.
You know, it seems that America is saying, if you don't believe what we tell you, you're on that team. Just like they're saying, just like the Israelis say, or the Zionists say, if you say anything against them, you're anti-Semitic. So it seems like America is using the same strategy that any your reporter question what America tells you, okay, then you must support Russia.
Yeah, the little boy that cried wolf, woof, 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 here coming the wolf. Pretty soon the wolf is really coming and nobody believes him. This is the way America and the Zionists, today, the Zionists are being kept out of Africa. 2 weeks ago, looked like they was in like Flint. Things are changing. Things are changing. Okay, all the stuff we've been talking about for years, all of that stuff is either past history or is moving on by. Okay, let me try to speed up. So invite the West in cooperating with rebuilding what they have destroyed. Can you imagine they destroyed Iraq? I mean, some of our greatest places, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon is gone. I mean, you know, all of that. All the fossils, all the stuff that they had, the people were selling them on the market. The Roman cities in Syria, you know, and all of that. All those things are gone. And everybody in Iraq is saying that the U.S. did a bad job. The Christians, right? The others, everybody is on our team. We just have to manage ourselves better. In each place, we have to have a better character. We have to have better character. Okay. Blockades runners, we'll talk about that soon. But, you know, technically our people are already doing blockade running. If they wasn't, nobody would be getting it. They doing it, they've been doing it. But make it more solidified. Let's see. We have laid the groundwork for this mission. And this, our picture of ourselves, our picture of our own self, who we are, we have to stabilize that picture about who we are. We're not the guy that they talking about we are, right? We're not just dancers and we get a couple of dollars, we spend it all on bling bling. Just imagine. The story is already prepared. Our story is already prepared. Wait till America hears about what we have already done. We're here. They did that. They did that. They did it. It's all on paper. I got 8 arrest records in the Masjid in Oakland. And copies everywhere. So even if I went to court, I could subpoena their copy of my arrest record in Oakland. And they don't have nothing to do with none of that. All the things that they've done, when you get a bank account in your name, can't nobody come and put somebody else on that. If they do, the bank is wrong. And if you got $100,000 in your bank, you can probably get, I don't know how many billion, we're going to sue them for 300 million. We'll start there. Yeah, why not? The anguish that they caused us in our poor community in D.C., well, we put all that money in the bank. And they gave it to the people in Oakland. They gave it to them. How? Where did it? What's going on? We can't lose. We can't lose, and we'll go back there when we get ready. We'll go there when we get ready. And we used to call Mukhtar and Khadijah and them crackpots. But the way Mukhtar looks is getting, he's looking older than I am. You see how scraggly he's looking? And he's got a hospital band. Maybe he's doing it on purpose to show that some dialysis, something they had to do. And one part of it is looking a little muscular. The other part, he's looking thin as a rail. And you can't fool your face if your face looks sad and stupid. You see his face? That bald cap on, he looks sad and stupid. We're going to help him. Why? Because that's the kind of niggas we are. Basically, we good niggas. That's who we are. We help niggas. Even though they're not brilliant, we're not going to call people stupid and stuff like that. We just say you evolve slow. And, but we will assist you in whatever you need. And psychological development, whatever we can help with. That's who we are. That's our job. We have to that's the job for us. That's where it was headed all the time. Nobody else even thought about that's where we was headed. That's why, okay. This is the time, USA, London, low tide, everything, USA, Trump, Britain, Boris, the clown, whatever it is. Tell the truth. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Almost we don't need no help. All we got to do is just stay around for a couple of more weeks. Right? I mean, a few more years. But remember, they used to say it in the Jahiliyyah, when one nigga is going up, another one is coming down. So y'all immediately, because they had us on this yo-yo. So on the way up, you was getting big. Yeah, I'm Big Tony. I do this, that, and other. I got diamond rings. You little niggas, y'all little niggas. And the worst thing in the world is a little nigga. That's the way people used to talk. And we was in that environment where you tried to make people feel small and yourself feel big. I said, man, this is cold-blooded. But anyway, we're going to use all that. Self-esteem. Esteem, how you weigh and measure things. Self-esteem, how you weigh and measure yourself. How you feel about yourself. The world we dreaming about and thinking about, we can do it. That's what we're going to give it a try. Why not? The stuff we have already done, nobody else has gotten close to it. I'm talking about history. Booker T. Washington, We did in Oakland what King wanted to do in Chicago in 1968, the same year. We was doing it in Oakland. But Chicago was different. Oakland was just the right size. You know, at certain times, the right thing at the right place in the right time, bam, and it clicks. That's the way Oakland was during that period. That's why Oakland is a small place. There's, let's say, 300,000-400,000 people in Oakland. How is it the main and all the literature? It was that way in why they make the Mac there, all the pimps and everybody from the Midwest, everything was focused on Oakland, not just because there's an army base there. And, you know, if you got girls out there, make a little, but Oakland, the cultural, Pullman Porters, they settled in Oakland. Why? Because the Transcontinental Railway came all the way